Join me for a 5 to 6 minute core and pelvic floor workout for my pregnant moms. Okay, you can do this even if you're not pregnant. Postpartum, it's likely safe for you as well, but there are no safe and unsafe exercises for every part of pregnancy or postpartum. It's just where you're at in your fitness journey. But I'm gonna give you modifications. All you need is a mat and your body, or you can grab some light hand weights or whatever you want. But first thing, we're gonna come down on our mat, and I want you to know how to engage your core properly. This is so important for moms, especially to learn how to do, but even if you're not a mom, because if you want to strengthen your core, you need to know how to engage it properly first. And that is the biggest missing piece that I see on so many fitness creators, is they don't teach you how to engage your core. So what I want you to do is you're gonna take a big deep breath and pretend you're pregnant. Pretend I'm pregnant, okay? Definitely not. But take a big deep breath. And what you're gonna do, this is not sucking in, okay? So you're going to be wrapping your core like a corset, which means I want you to think about bringing your hip bones together and zipping up your belly. So that is what I need you to do during these core movements. So we're gonna come down in a quadruped stance, which means we're gonna be on our hands and knees first and foremost, and we're just gonna start off again with that deep core connection breath. Once your core is engaged, we're gonna come into a bird dog. You can either grab your hand weights or you can just do body weight. You can also use a band. And what I want you to think about with the bird dog is you're going to be keeping your spine neutral. So your head should actually be looking down, and I don't want you to be overextending. A lot of times you'll see it like this, but what I actually want you to do is you're gonna be bringing it out and down. And what we're doing as well is we're breathing through the brace, okay? So you are keeping your core engaged and you're breathing the entire time. So you're gonna inhale when you come down, exhale here, okay? And again, we're keeping our core braced the entire time. This is a very minimal movement, so mostly everyone can do this. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, inhale. And what I want you to do then is hook your toes, and we're gonna come into a bear plank, but you're just gonna be doing these very small knee raises. This should be safe for mostly every pregnant woman. I did these all throughout my pregnancy. Just again, I want to make sure that you are not having any excessive coning or doming, which is make sure you're just staying braced. And again, these can be very tiny movements. It doesn't have to be super big or super crazy, and obviously the bigger you go, the harder it's going to be. If you have to, you can come on your hands like this. Let's do 2 more. Good. Now I want you to come up, and what we're gonna actually be doing is a rotation. So you're gonna be getting in a half kneeling stance. Grab a hand weight. If you don't have a hand weight, that's totally fine. And what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be coming up and coming down. So just doing a small chop. And there's a big misconception during pregnancy that you shouldn't be twisting or turning or anything like that, which is just not true, because guess what? We do that in our everyday life, especially as moms. We move around, we twist around, we're picking up our babies, we're doing all kinds of things, right? We gotta grab the laundry and put it over here. So you actually do wanna be twisting and turning as long as you are doing it safely and correctly. Let's do 2 more here. Actually, inhale them up, exhale them down. Now we're gonna switch sides, again, and down. And this is, again, just a very small movement. We're not doing anything super crazy. You just want to be breathing correctly and still breathing through the brace. So even if these movements seem very easy for some people, you're still working your core as long as you're bracing correctly and engaging your core correctly. And 1 more. Cool. Now we're going to come to standing, and we're going to be doing a standing. A little bit tougher. You can also put a band around your feet. You don't have to do this, but if you're feeling spicy, then you can totally do that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a hand weight. I want you to, again, we're gonna engage that core. Now let's put that hand weight above, and we're just gonna be doing a standing exhale here. This is definitely deep core work. If you're using the band, you're also gonna be feeling it in your hip flexors. We'll do a couple more. I'll show you without the band. So when you are doing it, you also want to be trying to not move your body as much as possible. So using that stability And 2 more. 1. The very last thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be working those adductors, which are BFF to your pelvic floor, okay? And so you can either grab a yoga block, or you can do this without a yoga block as well. I'll show you first with the yoga block. You're going to be putting your, wait a second, this foot goes forward, this knee goes back, and we're going to be taking a deep breath and engaging that core. If you don't have the yoga block, you can totally still do it. You just take a deep breath. This should be okay for most pregnant women. If you can't do it, what you could do instead is to just do some sort of a hip raise or a modified side plank like this. Engage that core, but we're going to be doing it. I'm going to be using that yoga block, and we're going to be doing, oh, take an inhale. That was wrong. And the reason why it's so important to strengthen our adductors is because it helps us also strengthen our pelvic floor. Your glutes, your adductors, your core, your pelvic floor, everything works together as a system, which is why we can't only focus on just doing those front-facing deep core work, right? Like standing core work. Those things are great, but you gotta move. Our bodies are meant to move, especially during motherhood. We're gonna move to the other side, I should have said that. Take a deep breath. Engage your core, using that adductor. But our bodies are meant to move throughout pregnancy, which means we have to work our core, strengthen our core in all different ways, and focus on so many different things. Our core is great, but there's so many other factors that also affect our core. Our adductor strength, our glute strength, our posterior chain strength. We're just gonna be doing 3 more. 2. And 1. Awesome. And now you can just come up, sit up, and we're just gonna come up and take a deep breath. You can come to the side, whatever feels good for you. Round out that back. 1 more breath. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for joining.